Shalom Akim. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to you, Akim, that's out there constantly pushing out this word in sincerity and in truth. Lord will, this is edifying. Just going in today, are you non-deployable soldier or are you a deployable soldier? You know, this is from the Army.mil. Basically just the news from them. It's an old clipping, but it's from November 19, 2015. I'm gonna read some of it because us being in this truth, man, going out to the battlefield, going out to camp, it's lucky. We need to be ready, man. And he said be ready in season and out of season. I'm gonna bring that out too, but you know, it shouldn't be no excuses, man. But anyway, I'm going to go into this. It's Fort Leavenworth, Kansas Army News Service, November 19, 2015. The biggest problem in the Army today is soldiers who are non-deployable. And that's having a direct impact on readiness. And then the Sergeant Major of the Army, Daniel A. Daly, said, this construct is unsustainable in the complex operational environment that exists today. Daly spoke at the Chief of Staff of the Army-sponsored non-commissioned officer of the NCO Solarium, second held at the U.S. Army Command and General Staff College here November 19. To give a scope of how big the problem is, there are currently about 50,000 soldiers who are non-deployable. That's huge. That's 3 out of the 10 divisions that the Army currently has, he said, putting the numbers in context. With the Army's mission being to fight and to win the nation's wars, and that's what we here for, man. We here to fight, man, and to win the nation for real. This is a war. This is a battle. It's spiritual, but it's still a battle. That totally, with the Army's mission being to fight and to win the nation's wars, that's totally unacceptable. And it's unacceptable, man. When we got when you don't have brothers to your left and your right coming out to camp for whatever type of reason, for whether it be work. You know, whether it be a sickness that's, a sickness that's where, if it's a cough, man, something mild as that, or, your knee hurt, or, something real minute, man, that if it was for you to go to work, if it was actually your actual 9-to-5 job, you would take your ass to work. And he said that the mission applies to every soldier, no matter what military occupational specialty they're in. So no matter what our role is in this truth, man, whether you're a sign holder, whether you holding posts, whether you teaching, whether you reading, no matter what you're doing, man, you need to be, we need you out there, If you would not or cannot fight and win, and there's no place for you in the Army. That's the truth right there. That's for us hearing this truth. If you will not or cannot fight and win, there's no place for you in this Army. Daly said we have to become unemotional about this. We have a job to do. And that's what it is, man. You can't be all emotional in this, man. We got a job to do here. This ain't about about our feelings, man. Daly said he's doing something about it. He's proposing to the Army's Chief of Staff that in the future there should be a box to check on the soldier's evaluation form indicating if the soldier is deployable. So they're just basically just going in on, they do a evaluation on you, and then on there, just a check to see if you can or cannot go. But yeah, you brothers could read through this if you like, it's this is the title of it. Daily non-deployable soldiers, #1 problem. So yeah, that's but I'm gonna go into these scriptures and start at Luke 14 and start at verse 23. And the Lord said unto the servants, go out, and this is what he commissioned us to do, go out into the highways and hedges and compel them to come in, that my house may be filled. So that's what we supposed to do, man. Go out into the highways and hedges, compelling those to come in, whether they hear or forbear, But our job, once we got it, is to go out there and do what what was done for us to come in. And that was brothers that was out there They was doing this. They was teaching. So that we, Lord will, we part of the elect, and we heard, so they drawed us in. So, you know, freely given, free to give. Let's see. Next one I'm going to get is 2 Timothy 4:2. 2 Timothy 4:2 reads, it's like I was doing it with one hand for a second there. 2 Timothy 4:2 reads, preach the word, be instant in season, out of season, reprove, rebuke, exhort with all long suffering and doctrine. So, you know, no matter what the seasons, literally, you know, winter, spring, summer, fall, we supposed to be out there in the highways and hedges, man, pushing this word. We don't need to be coming with no excuses, you know, undermining, you know, just acting like, oh, well, it's cold, but I'm going to say, you know, I got a cold or I got to go to work or something. And really, in reality, you at home bullshitting, or you bullshitting and you saying you got a cold or something, and you just saying you ain't coming and you going to your other job or something. But the Most High, he going to reveal everything, you know, or will due time. The next one is 2 Timothy 2. And I'm going to start at verse 2. And it reads, though therefore endure hardness. Wait, let me start at verse 2, Salaki. And the things that thou hast heard of me among many witnesses, the same commit thou to faithful men, who shall be able to teach others also. So this is just going in on, you know, we were taught, so now, you know, you gotta give it back. And I'm gonna read it again. And the things that thou hast heard of me among many witnesses, the same commit thou to faithful men. And faithful men, you got to be a faithful man to be a part of this. You can't be you can't be in and out, man. Who shall be able to teach others also. Verse 3, though therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahushua Mashiach. You got to endure it, because of course it's going to be times where we ain't going to want to, you know, it's going to be difficult times. But who gives a damn? You just endure it. Endure it don't mean that it ain't going to hurt. You just got to endure the pain. Verse 4, no man that warreth entangled himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who have chosen him to be a soldier. So, man, you can't be entangled. That's why you can't have 1 foot in, 1 foot out. You can't, as a soldier, man, and that's all you do is just be a soldier. You may have some, you know, little time off, but overall, man, your time is in this truth. I mean, well, yeah, this truth as a soldier, that's your job, man. No man that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life, what he may please him who have chosen him to be a soldier. And we here to please the Most High on doing this work, man. Romans 12. Romans 12, start at verse 1. And it reads, I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of the power, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, wholly acceptable unto the power, which is your reasonable service. So we know, man, we present our bodies every time we go out there, every time we out there. And then even when you're not even out there, when you're on your daily life, because your body is a living sacrifice. You constantly doing it. You constantly got these scriptures in you. You know, you constantly living this life, man. If an agent or somebody come up to you on your daily life, man, shit, you gonna hold fast, Lord will, you know. Verse 2, And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. So we can't be transformed, man. That's that as a soldier, man, you don't transform. You don't say, sell out to the enemy. That's you get put to death for something like that. And they call that too in the world, a buster, or you transforming when somebody else come around. You got to be the same always. And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of the power. For I say through the grace given unto me, to every man that is among you, not to think of himself more highly than he ought to think, but to think soberly according as the power hath dealt to every man the measure of faith. And it's true too. You can't think of yourself more highly than you ought to. We all together in this. It's gonna go into it. It's basically, we won, man. And that's why we need everybody. You can't be non-deployable in this truth, man. We need you to be able to deploy, meaning go out. For I say through the grace given unto me, every man that is among you, not to think of himself more highly than he ought to think, but to think soberly according to the power that hath dealt to every man the measure of faith. Verse 4, for as we have many members in one body, and all members have not the same office. So we know everybody, they don't have the same office. Everybody not doing the same thing. Everybody not on the same level. But it's going to tell you though. So we, being many, are one body in Hamashiach, and every one member one of another. So, everybody's important in this body, man. From the so-called smallest to the highest. Everybody, we need everybody in this. Verse 6, having the gifts differ according to the grace that is given to us, whether prophesy, let us prophesy according to the proportion of faith. Verse 7. So prophesying, that's very important. Like this year, it's the year of prophecy, telling what's to come. That's what we here to do. We telling these people, man, that the Most High, he coming with vengeance. We tell them that America is gonna be destroyed. The RFID chip. That is famine, pestilence, all that's coming. Destruction to America is coming. We telling them, we prophesying this to them. Our ministry, let us wait on our ministering, or he that teaches on teaching. But to do all this, you got to have a body, man. You missing pieces, man. We become weaker. It says it, man. That saying that says you're only strong as your weakest link. Or he that exhorteth on an exhortation. He that giveth, let him do it with simplicity. He that ruleth with diligence. He that showeth mercy with cheerfulness. So basically, just every piece of the part of this body is important, man. There's no piece of this body that's not important. So we need everybody to be deployable, man. Every brother is very important in this truth, man. This is my last scripture, Romans 14 and verse 5. One man esteemeth one day above another, another esteemeth every day alike. Let every man, this is the point, let every man be fully persuaded in his own mind. So no matter what's going on, man, you got to be persuaded in your own mind. I got to be persuaded in my own mind. You can't depend on no other brother to give you the faith, man. You got to have that in you. So if you're non-deployable, if you have been non-deployable at times, and it's things that come up. But what I do is I look at the heads, man. I don't see the heads not showing up. I don't see them being late on a consistent basis. I don't see that. So we need to follow our leaders. You see the apostle. You see our camp leaders, you seeing that they on point. They doing what they got to do. Apostle Tahar, he be saying, man, where he on point. I heard a video where he was saying he don't go to the bathroom. He do that before he come. So when you come to camp, you need to be at camp too, man. This ain't just about going to camp. We need you when you at camp, stay at camp. So if that mean where you can't drink water all the goddamn time, you know, you sip on that shit, man. It's only a few hours. You could guzzle down water when you done with it. Same time to party and bullshit. Do that shit after camp, man, or prior to. And of course, it's exception to the rules. We know maybe some brothers may have some type of ailments or whatever it may be, low sugar, so they got to drink or whatever it may be. But, you know, the majority of the brothers that's here, man, it ain't no excuse for us to be coming to camp bullshitting or not coming to camp. All right. Lord will, this was edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and salutations to you, Akim, that's out there constantly pushing out this word in sincerity and truth. Lord will, this is edifying. And hey, man, I speak these words humbly, man, because I know I ain't shit, you know, without the Most High, without Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, I ain't shit, you know. So this ain't like me trying to put nobody personal. This ain't a personal vendetta, but this is just, you know, hopefully it's an exhortation to brothers that's have been non-deployable or, you know, are thinking about being that way, you know. This ain't the time to be bullshit, man. It's the time to push even harder, man. If we believe this, man, we need to believe it wholeheartedly. We can't be half-assing in this truth, man. That's the point. All right. Because we need to be ready, man. We depending on one another. And with that, again, man, all praise to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Shalom.